right, we're back over at the rabbit hut, and let me show you what needs done. You see all this stuffing? So now the stuffing is from a pillow, and I did the stuffing because one of the mamas was not pulling her hair out before she had the babies, so they didn't have a nest. So I took the stuffing, made my own nest, and it didn't work. She pulled it all out. So that's why that mess is there. Step 2. You guys see this? You guys see this? Absolute disaster. So, clean everything out, get all those out, clean everything out, get a shovel, get this all shoveled out, get some bedding, throw some bedding in here, get all this extra junk out of here, and then that we're going to extend all the way over to there. And I think, 95% sure, the babies are big enough to where we could take mama out, leave the babies in, so then there's less waste going on in here. Because there's no way for me to get in there. There's no door, no nothing. I have to reach through the top to get in there. So we're going to make ourselves a door as well, right here. That's going to be a door, so I can reach my hand in there and do everything I need to do. But first things first, let's get this cleaned up, and let's get all this fuzz cleaned up. All right. In this bucket, I use it to stand on top of so I could get and reach up in the top there. All right, let's get all this stuff out of here. That's a good shovel that I use to clean. A snow shovel works really good at sweeping and get ridding. English, Merrick, it's tough. The snow shovel works very well at scooping up all the poop from the bottom and yeeting it outside. Jesus, is it that hard? English. Sorry, Bunny. Bunny, could you please stop freaking out? You're kicking up poop. Okay. Let's get all these out of the way now. Just yeet them over it. Yeet. And we'll just pick it up later. Okay. Step 1. All of those are out of here. Perfect. Step 2. Feed bucket. These totes. I use them for little houses for the rabbits for when they were breeding. It did not work. They did not like their huts. So we just put them up in there, made a little box for them to put all their hair in, and then make their nest. So yeah, now we just need to get all this poop shoveled out and yeeted out of here. And remember, snow shovel works great. And now, with all this poop, we don't waste this rabbit poop because rabbit poop is instant fertilizer. It's instantly, you could throw it instantly in your garden, instantly in whatever you want to spread it on your pasture. Instant fertilizer. So what we'll do is we'll actually get a bucket. We'll fill the bucket up and we'll go dump it in our composting area because we don't really have anywhere to spread it right now. So we'll just leave it with the rest of our compost. But yeah, don't waste. This ain't the most glamorous job, but it's a necessary job. And it's real dusty. All right. It's looking better in here already. So now, for the finale, what I do, when there's not a whole lot of poop left, I'll scrape it all outside. And then it's actually easier to scoop it up and get rid of it. Okay. It's all outside. Now let's just show you what we're looking like on the inside already. So much room for activities now. That's our bucket that we stand on to get up here. But yeah, so much room for activities. We're gonna get a different feed bucket for them. This is a chicken feeder. I mean, it works good, but we're gonna get a little bit better setup for them. Dog waterer works really well for rabbits, actually. And yeah, next thing, we need to end up extending this over so those babies have plenty of room. Look at them. Cute little baby bunnies. Yeah, look at all the poop in there. But it is extremely dry in there, so it's not getting all nasty and whatnot in there. It's a nice little, that's a nice little waterer setup for them. But yeah, we need to clean all this up, get this rabbit run all cleaned out. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get that extended. Probably not today. We might call it a day for what we've done. Rabbit-wise, if anything, we'll throw some bedding down. But let's get this whole outer area cleaned up for them and just see how we're feeling. So, like I said, we're gonna scoop all this out. Get it put into our bucket. Get it composted. A little bit of fuzz in there. We'll pick through that. If it doesn't compost, it's probably not going to. Get it cleaned up the best of our ability. That had a hard top there, so just get rid of that bit. All right, a little bit left. Like I said, this ain't the most glamorous job, but it's a necessary job. Okay. That is a nice, cleaned up rabbit run and rabbit hut. So yeah, just like that, rabbit hut completely cleaned out. As you can see, we got a couple foothold traps in front. We've had a little bit of a raccoon problem. So I think we've eliminated about 3 or 4 of them. So hopefully that's the majority of them that have been coming and eating our baby bunnies. Yes, it sounds brutal, but raccoons will do that. So we're only down 3 bunnies. Got to keep them protected, you know. All right, back in the bunny hut, rabbit hut. And we're here to extend this bad boy. You saw the cleaning. Now it's time for our extension, because these bunnies, what I want to do is divide them up. So we're going to have males on one side, females on the other side, so they don't try and get after each other because they're siblings. So that's how we're going to split it up. I do have some old deck boards that I had. We're going to deck it out here. And then we're going to add a nice little tower. Pretty much we're going to duplicate this, but we're going to put doors on this side and a door on this side. Because the top here is open and they keep jumping out. I have a board up here with a log on top of it, and these guys still get out. I just had to go and catch another one that got out. I don't know where the other one is. Maybe the other one's still around or it took off. I have no idea. But we're going to put netting on the top as well, so we don't have to worry about that. Then we'll have doors so we can actually get in there. So I have all the boards, for the most part, cut to size. All we need to do is there's a little divider in here. We need to go ahead and take this little, it's not really a divider, it's more or less like a little, it kind of just like holds the rabbits in right there. We're going to take this out so our deck boards could kind of lay on that side. So we're going to take that guy out so we can lay our deck boards, and then we'll end up putting it back in at the end. But let's get this out so we can get our deck boards in. So yeah, like I said, there was a piece, there's a piece of wood up here so they can't jump out. And yet they still get out. It's insane. Escape artists. I nailed the chicken wire to it. Well, stapled the chicken wire to it, so kind of need to cut these staples off. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, you guys are already trying to escape. Ooh, we'll pick it up and push it that way. So then the rabbits can't get out. So I picked this piece up so then I can lay the boards right on top of this lip here. Bunnies, don't get out. Like I said, the real question is, can I keep these guys in while I'm doing this? Probably not. See if I cut this to the right length. I think so. Ah, they're just a little long. Let's go cut all these back down. Alright, we got our boards cut. Hopefully to the right. Yeah, buddy. Just a little long. Why deck boards, you ask? Because that's what I had, and so that's what I'm using. And then I just have a whole bunch of random screws that we're going to use as well. So it's a win-win. Reuse your stuff. Get this decked out. Then we'll have plenty of room to run around. It ain't gotta look pretty, it's just gotta work. So now what I'm thinking, we leave a big enough gap so most of the poop falls down. We leave a decent gap so we can rake the poop down here, and then it's easier to clean these out. Leave a decent gap. Not too big so babies can fall through, but big enough to where poop will fall through. Go get ourselves one more board. And then, just like that, we'll have our base complete. Alright, this should be our last board here. Yes, sir. Alright, here's what the base looks like. It's not enough room to really get a good filming in here, but that's the base. Much better than that base, because that base is just plywood, and the poop won't fall through the holes. But poop is going to fall through these holes, so it's easier to keep this clean. So now, we need a 2x4 here, and one coming across to complete our box. Alright, let's get that slammed into there. Alright, let's toenail this into there. We'll toenail it right to the ground. Same thing with our top. We'll toenail it right to this board here. Can I get up here though? Oh! That's why we got a bucket. Hey, if it's good enough to hold me, it's good enough to hold some rabbits. Beautiful. Let's try not to smack my head. Okay. Let's get our bar going over top. All right, let's see if this fits this time. Yeah, buddy. Like a glove. Maybe not like a glove, but like good enough, you know? Where did these screws come from in my pocket? Okay. Those are tiny. We weren't using them. This should be pretty interesting. Need my bucket here. Come on. There you go. Come on. There we go. All right. Let's do a top and bottom on this guy. Man, that looks ugly. But the only thing that matters is it's gonna work. Nobody said my stuff looked pretty. But my stuff usually always works. Must be a knot there. Jeez. Okay. All right. Got ourselves a nice sturdy box there. Now, We need to make our doors here. Probably on that side as well, but we're going to do this door first. So then we can get most of this netted all in. So we don't have to worry about them getting after each other or getting out. So let's do our doors. Easy enough. It's going to look a little something like that. Probably a little something like that. A little bit wider doors so I get my arm in there. They don't need to be that tall. Toenail from the side, toenail from the top. You got yourself a nice door. Easy money. Just like that, you got yourself a nice door. We're gonna make an actual, we'll probably just put netting over top of it so there's nothing really to worry about. Some more rigid, a little bit more rigid than this. And yeah, that'll be our doors. All we'll do is just be a piece of wood that just holds it there. Hopefully the rabbits stay in, right? Yeah, that's gonna work. Now, get this netted in. Let's get this stapled in. And then we can open that divider. We got to divide our male from females. We can just open the divider for now, just a little bit. Give them a little more room. And then we'll end up dividing them out. That little rolled up part will just stay there. There's not a whole lot of use for it anyway. That can just stay there. We're not going to get any more out of it anyway. And then we'll cut it right here. And that'll act as, we'll cut it here and here and here. And then we'll probably have a 2x4 here that holds that shut. It's in my head. It's in my head. I know my explanation ain't the greatest, but it's in my head. I promise. Now, before I forget, we need to put netting on top of this darn thing or else they'll get out. So, let me go get some more netting and get this top done, and we're going to be looking pretty good. I should look up when do rabbits start trying to reproduce. Because these guys are going to get butchered at 12 weeks. 12 to 15 weeks, but I'm assuming they probably start trying to breed before that. They're rabbits. I mean, come on. I got what is this, 4 foot tall? I think this is 4 foot tall netting. Now, I think if we just do 2 rows of it, like that and like that, we'd be good. We could go the other way, but I think we're going to waste a lot. We don't want to waste. This is just old chicken wire that I had laying around. Don't throw it away. You can always find another use for it. I'm sweating. Probably an easier way to do this, but this is what I got out here right now, so this is how we're doing it. Look at our bunnies enjoying their new space. They're not even over at the old space now. Not even over there. All right, last little bit. This is gonna be buttoned up. All we gotta do is cut ourselves a door in. We're gonna be good to go. Probably 2 doors. Bunnies, you guys really needed water that bad? I just filled it up this morning. All right. Go ahead and get this staple down now. This thing is literally just covered in staples, covered in chicken wire. It's not pretty, but guess what? It's gonna do its job. All it needs to do is hold bunnies. That's it. We're not asking a lot out of her. All she's got to do is hold some bunnies. We got a couple bricks. Stack a couple bricks up to it. That just might be our door. Ouch. As long as they don't push. Let's try and run that. We just pushed it in, and then it's like pressured up against this board. I mean, as long as they don't push into it, that works. And we got food and we got water. Now that is a rabbit hut. Well, a baby rabbit keeper, if you will. As you can see, they're loving their water. Did you get too much water, buddy? They're loving their water. Plenty of water. We're probably going to top that off again at the end of the day. Plenty of food. They're going to be loving this. This is nice. And like I said, I pushed this in. You can see how it's pressure fitted up against that board. It's not coming out. As long as the bunnies don't get wild, we're going to be all right. So yeah. We got that done. Lit. About time they get a nice expansion on their house. So yeah, in the next month or so, they'll be ready to butcher. We'll get them butchered up. I know, cute baby bunnies. Yep, we're going to eat them. I know it. It's good meat, though. Lean, good meat. Hey, what did I just say about climbing on that? Don't climb on that. Anyway, that's the entire rabbit hut. At some point, we'll probably end up having to put an actual door on there that's framed in with a hinge, get that all done. And then at some point, we're going to have to expand to this wall. Once we have too many babies, we don't know what to do with. So yeah, we got it cleaned and we got it expanded. Not a whole lot else to do now. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, turn on those bell notifications, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.